Tonight, health officials say Battle Creek is having issues with water quality, and thousands of people could be impacted who are on city water. It's after high levels of toxic chemicals were found in the water back in December, and those chemicals that were initially found in Emmett Township have now spread to other areas. Officials say the problem could be due to an ongoing project at the Verona well field, a Superfund site contaminated back in the 1980s. News Channel 3's Mackenzie Decker joining us live in the studio tonight. Mackenzie, I think a lot of people want to know if they should be concerned about this.
Yeah, Jessica. Well, it's a bit of a complex issue. As of right now, city officials say it is safe to drink or use water without boiling it. But it's something that has potential to change and might not be solved for another year. It all stems from an even bigger issue the city is in the process of correcting. And they say the toxic chemicals today are just another example of why it needs to be done. Letters alerting residents throughout the area.
This is something we test for quarterly, so we keep an eye on it.
The city of Battle Creek identifying high levels of total trihalomethanes, also known as TTHM, in their water system. TTHMs are what the Public Works Director for the city of Battle Creek, Steve Skalski, describes as a disinfection byproduct, formed when something like chlorine reacts to small amounts of dirt, plants, or other materials in drinking water. Currently, TTHM levels sitting at about double the standard.
We were a little surprised at the jump, but once we saw those numbers go up, we kind of figured out what was the cause of it.
Skalski says he first noticed levels spike around the start of construction for well work at the Verona well field, a project that began 2 years ago. The team is currently in the process of replacing 21 wells in that area due to deterioration.
This is a big project that's not something that's been done. Most water systems see 1 or 2 wells done a year, and we're doing 21 of them in one spot.
Following recommendations from the Michigan Department of Environment, Great Lakes, and Energy, in order to keep water safe from bacteria during construction, the city used additional disinfectants. Skalski says that's likely what led to the higher levels of TTHM.
But the chlorine tends to activate a lot of what's going on there. So we've changed how we dose the chlorine into the system.
In the meantime, Skalski says they aren't stopping the replacement process. He says failed casings are really what's causing the issue to begin with. So for leaders, this situation only reinforces the importance of the project.
We probably saw a spike with it because of the work that's going on, but this is more than likely going to happen regardless if we didn't address the problem.
As for where the city stands, they're working to reduce levels as quickly as possible. A process that Skalski anticipates taking anywhere from 12 to 18 months.
We strive to provide the highest quality water for all the customers of Battle Creek's water system. And we want to make sure their drinking water is safe.
I also reached out to Michigan's Department of Health and Human Services, saying the rise in the chemical is not an immediate health emergency, and residents do not need to boil water or take any other corrective actions at this time. If anything changes, residents will be notified by the city within 24 hours. Live in studio, Mackenzie Decker, News Channel 3.